Ricardo. Danny, how you doing? Jesus Christ, they're already hiding messages. Conley, hello. I worked all day today. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? Why is this doing this? Wash, how you doing? There we go. There we go.
You're on live, right?
Yeah, why?
Because
What's wrong?
yes,
What's wrong?
I'm looking for a specific pair of sunglasses that I had.
Oh, when you're looking in the pictures?
Yeah. It's this, and then it's space, and here's the, I think is the ones.
Okay.
Making sure. Oh, I also like those.
Were you looking to buy them?
Yeah, because I thought I bought a pair that were those, and they're not those.
Gotcha.
But I can't remember where I bought either pair.
Okay. What the hell? Thank you, Rebecca. Renee is catching up on sleep. Do I live in the hood? I mean, I live in a neighborhood. Is that a Grateful Dead guitar? Yes. Hi, back at ya. Devil? What does that mean? What's up, Clyde? It's kind of a weird, random, generalized questions when you ask me what my thoughts are on Indians. Shauna, hello. Hippie, thank you. Pakistan, hello. Oh yeah, the trolls are out a little bit. I mean, I haven't been live in a minute either. Tom, are you housing any migrants since you like open borders? No, but I did have a chance to work with many of them over the years. See, migrants don't need help in housing. You guys keep making the mistake of thinking that migrants need assistance. They just need assholes like you to get the fuck out of the way so that they can get a job and put a roof over their families' heads. I'm going to assume, though, since I'm on that side of the aisle and you're on your side of the aisle, how many unwanted babies have you taken in? Watching Antiques Roadshow on mute? Oh, they always do, Ricardo. Kansas, hello. Thoughts on homeschooling? Not a fan of it, but you do you. If that's what you want to do with your kids. Colorado, hello. England, hello. Maine, hello. If you can barely hear me, leave the room and come back in. Beryl, we've already covered that topic. Either keep up or shut up. Okay, Puddin'? Okay. Thank you. Well, if you can't hear me at all, leave the room and come back. Set up like a bowling pin, knocked down. It gets the wearing thin. Michael, thank you very much for the first tip of the night at $2. I appreciate that. Nah, bud, you gaslighted me like always. You don't even know how to fucking say it. God damn, you people are dumb. There's medical help available to him in. Oh, I got you. Jesus Christ is Lord. Good on you, buddy. You go be with your Lord. You talk to him. You hang out with him. You do all the stuff. Bill, don't spam the chat. I appreciate it, but you're going to get muted because that's all anybody can see when you spam the chat like that. Where do homeschoolers store the chemicals for labs? No fucking idea. I've never been a homeschooler. I told you, Bill, not to do it, but then you went ahead and did it again anyway. So now you're muted. Great content. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. You look familiar. What content do you make? The content that's on my page, or go check it out. Did you get my list? What list? Lord Buckley, God, actually would support Trump given how much they have in common: cruelty, cowardice, hypocrisy. Damn, that escalated quickly. I see you smoke Marlboro, then you need to see an eye doctor. I haven't smoked a cigarette in 6 years.
Exactly. No, tomorrow will be 6 years.
Uh huh.
I was the 24th.
Yesterday was the anniversary of my wife's heart attack. Can you ask if I've been a good. What the fuck? What's with these stupid fucking dough questions? Marilyn, how you doing? That's correct, Pam. That's correct. George Carlin would have some interesting takes these days. That's for sure. Any news with the Orange Man today? Well, we just struck southern Iran. That news just broke 10 minutes ago. Maggie and baby are doing fine. Ever listened to Bill Hicks? Yes, I did. What's wrong? You have a boyfriend. You mean other than your mom? Wrong clause, clapping Thomas panty clause, not Santa. What, hun?
What about trad wives?
Yeah.
The thumbnail it gives me, it says trad wives are feminists. Is that what we wanted to say?
Yeah, so in the content, the woman that I'm showing, she's explaining to trad wives that if you're on social media expressing your opinion and not letting your husbands do it, you're a feminist. That's a feminist act.
Because I was like,
Marmalade Mussolini. I was trying to get at you, didn't want to offend you. Okay. Thoughts on Tallarico? I like Tallarico. I just, he's in Texas. I wonder if he can win. Texas is always one of these states where we hear constantly, it's going to go blue, it's going to go blue. And then it never goes blue. So I think Tallarico has a better chance of winning in Texas, however, than Graham Plattner has of winning in Maine. I think we're going to get smoked in that fucking race. We have a few different thoughts. We still enjoy. Sorry about your wife's heart attack. Good health in your baby. Much success, health, and happiness. Right on. Jesus loves you. Awesome. Bury his ass. Marine losers and suckers. Yeah. Donald Trump has never expressed a single decent thought towards anybody in the military ever. Ashton, how you doing? How did Tommy fare in his history be? He finished 58th out of all eighth graders in the country. That's where that's where he ended his journey. 58th.
it's the best that a student.
It, yeah, it's the highest a student from our school has ever gotten in that tournament or in that tournament event. Why don't you think Plattner has a chance? He's got too much. He's got too much baggage. The things that he has said about people with disabilities, the things that he has espoused in the past, the imagery that's tattooed upon his body, the fact that he's never won a statewide race, and we just forced a woman off of the primary or out of the primary in favor of Graham Plattner, who has won a statewide race, and they're putting him up against Susan Collins, who keeps winning over and over and over again. I think Graham Plattner's going to lose, unfortunately. I don't want to see Susan Collins reelected, but I think she's going to be. Maine is neither red nor blue. That is correct, Chari. Susan Collins, that's the thing, TC. Susan Collins is toxic due to her support, appeasement of Trump everywhere in the country but Maine. She keeps winning. Thank you for whatever that is. She keeps winning in that state. And Graham Plattner is an unproven asset with a lot of fucked up baggage. Would you rather keep cash or use fully digital money? If I only had one or the other, well, see, I would like to have a mixture. Um, I got no problem using things digitally and having things set up on auto pay and whatnot, but I also like having cash in my wallet. But if we could only ever go with one or the other for the rest of time, then I'll just go with cash.
So what if you make $1 million? You're gonna just store the cash in your house? No, thank you. No,
Oh, I'll put it in the bank, but then I'll withdraw cash to pay for shit as I go.
No, that's not what they said. You can either have cash or
No,
cash.
they didn't say that I couldn't put my cash in a bank though. I could either pay with cash or with digital. Nobody said anything about how you're storing it.
Every time I want to spend money. Do you know how much time it's waste going to, you know how much money in gas I think?
No, I'm not excited for the Hunger Games movie. I've never seen any of the Hunger Games shit to begin with. Ortho, I think that you're lost. I think that you might be in the wrong life. You wonder if Trump wants to be cremated or buried. I wonder if he thinks he's going to die. I mean, this guy seems to think he can live forever. I mean, tomorrow he is going to. I don't understand how they can release something like this, right? Tomorrow, Donald Trump is going to have his third routine annual physical and dental examination in the last 13 months. Then it's no longer an annual. It's the third one in 13 months. Something's going on. Team Rogers, listen, I want him to win. I certainly hope he does. I just don't think he's going to. I would love to see Susan Collins knocked out of the Senate. Thoughts on Kyle Busch passing? It sounds very tragic. I don't follow NASCAR. It's not my thing. But yeah, you never want to hear anybody going like that. I guess he had something was wrong with him, and then that developed into sepsis. That's just that sucks. Kyle Busch, a NASCAR driver.
Is that how he died?
Yeah, something he had something going on with him, and then it he developed sepsis as a result of it, and that's what caused his passing. Is what the family said. Pneumonia that led to sepsis.
Like that shit, it doesn't take long for your body to shut down.
Yeah, and I mean, he was guys. How old was he? Yeah, so he's still got little kids and shit. Everybody says 41. One person says 44, and 6 people say 41.
He was too young.
What are my thoughts on the White House shooting? I've seen this play before.
But doesn't it feel like that was set up too, right?
Yeah, the fucking Secret Service said that they found a revolver on the guy, but he was cracking off rounds like he had a clip. And then, of course, immediately Donald Trump comes out and goes, "See, this is why we need more security at the White House." Yeah, I'm not buying any of this shit. He was 41 and his son was 11. Jesus.
And I read that they're going to save his number so that when his son's ready to drive, he can have his number.
Interesting.
I think that's a lot. So I did have a dream this morning that we were getting arrested in our hotel room.
Well, you never know. I'm not in favor of the fun. Currently listening to 41678 Huntington Civic Center in Huntington, West Virginia. Nice. Listen to April. Fuck, what day was it? April of 89, I think. Pine Knob, Pennsylvania. Oh, what date was that? Was that the 11th? There's a show from Pine Knob in April that has one of the best "It's All Over Now" I've ever heard. And see, guys, let me just pause for a second. That's how deadheads talk about music, right? Most people will say, like, what's your favorite Metallica song? What's your favorite ZZ Top song? What's your favorite Beatles song? Deadheads say, not what's your favorite song necessarily, but what's your favorite, like, for example, what's your favorite Sugar Magnolia? Because there are 27,000 different versions of Sugar Magnolia. So instead of asking what your favorite song is, you ask somebody what their favorite version of XYZ song is. And then somebody will go into some rant about all the live music that they've heard and this one compared to that one compared to that one. And then then you're in this room. Yeah, the Pine Knob show was pretty good. The one that there's a video on it, downhill from here, from the '80s, at Alpine Valley, Wisconsin. That was a really good show. Downhill from here. I didn't see that about the reporter asking, "What is this?" 6777. Where's that from? Alpine Valley is steep. It was steep, like very steep, unusually steep. And I've known a few people that have tumbled down the side of that goddamn hill. I don't know why they made it so steep, but it does present, like, if you're on the hill, unless somebody's standing up in front of you, everybody's got a good view of the stage. Where did I go? What do you mean, where did I go? Yes, Sam. We bombed southern Iran. I think we hit 3 sites in southern Iran about an hour ish ago. Watchdog, yes, I do. Linda, the second to last, Soldier Field. I was in the parking lot for the last one, but not in the building. And people say the U.S. isn't racist. Facts that how in Clarkston, Michigan. Wait. Hang on a second here. Is this the first time they hit Southern Iran? I don't know. Are you transgender? No. It's crazy to me the amount of delusion. Last I saw, at least 3 killed, including a baby. Interesting. Hey, Winfield, is there something wrong? Did somebody shit in your scrambled eggs tonight, or are you just being a jackass? Sonic Temple in Ohio. Interesting. That's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Both? Right on. There you go. Now you're hidden. No problems. Only solutions. You were at the site of the old Poplar Creek this weekend for what? Winfield eats cold rice for supper. What the hell does that even mean? I don't know, Watchdog. I want him to, I actually kind of want him to hang on and serve out his term. I'm not going to shed any tears if Mother Nature takes him from us before the end of his term, but I want him to live out his term. I want him to be a stain on the Republican Party in the presidential election of 28. I don't want him to be martyred. I don't want JD Vance to have a year and a half to be president and basically run as an incumbent. I want this motherfucker to live the rest of his term. And I want him to be the anchor around the neck of the Republican Party in 28.
How do you really feel?
I don't know, Sherry. I'd have to go check. I haven't seen anything recently. Do I like Benihana? I've never actually been to a Benihana. I've been to Hibachi and we like that.
Anyhow,
And I know that I believe I don't know if there is now. Is there a hibachi on the cruise? I don't think so.
hey, Tom,
What?
is that political, do you think?
Yeah. No, it's not. But I mean, it has political overtones.
Okay,
It's about racism and sexism and homophobia in a school system.
okay, so I can either do a real talk with Tom Powell, which I think is really where it qualifies.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
Do whatever you feel.
I just wanted to confirm I had a good grasp.
Yes, we did attack Iran today, again, about an hour ago. Oh, yes, Watchdog. I mean, that's going to happen. Do I think China has forever passed us as a superpower? No. How many times has Iran's military been decimated? Too many for me to count. We're in week 12 going into week 13 of this shit. Are we getting any boom booms for the 4th of July? No, we're going to be packing the 4th of July because the next week we're in New York City. Like 2 days later. That's what we're going to be doing.
They're technically illegal in Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois is still one of, I believe, if memory serves, 2 states in the United States that doesn't allow fireworks. All over now. Am I visiting Mar-a-Lago? Mar-a-Lago's in Florida. Going to New York City. That doesn't mean that I might not make an appearance in front of Trump Tower. No, I don't know. We're going to be staying really, really, really close to Trump Tower. But I don't know. I got to get some content in New York City while I'm down there, and I might do some of that while they're in the concert. Yeah, people from Illinois typically get their fireworks from Indiana. Well, at least from this part of Illinois. I would imagine people in other parts of Illinois go to other states.
Missouri. Legal in Kentucky.
Yeah, I believe so. No, I'm not going to be taking in a game while we're in New York. I'm going to be going to the Sears Tower, Statue of Liberty Island, Liberty Island, and Ellis Island. My wife's going to see a show at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to kind of gauge how much time I have while they're in the concert to see if I can go to, because it's only like 4 or 5 blocks away, I think, to see if I could sneak over to um what's the big building in New York? where people go walk around up on the fucking top. The Empire State Building.
Damn it.
The World Trade Center Memorial. So that's going to be in Lower Manhattan, considerably further away from where we're at. I don't know that we're going to have time to see that. We are going down to Battery Park to take a ferry out to the islands. What's wrong? No, a minute ago you just bitched about something.
I said, oh, that fucking hurt coming up with the name of that bill.
Oh, was that a brain squeezer?
Need to dig deep. You think they could have like a menopause jeopardy?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maria, Renee,
Yeah.
on our way back from the airport, talking about the content that I make. And she goes, "So is it going well for you?" And I explained, how we've been making all of our money off of this for over a year and a half now. I said, and I go, yeah, Renee hasn't worked in a year and a half since her company folded, and hopefully she doesn't have to. I go, I make the content, she does the thumbnails and the titles and stuff, and then I schedule them. She goes, oh, see, just a team, and then she doesn't have to work no more. And isn't it so much because they haven't had to work for years, but in the beginning they did have to work for other people. She was just like so happy for you, not for me, for you.
She knows.
Give the dog 0.25 milligrams of a neurotonin, a neuronin, whatever the fuck that word is. Oh, our dog. So, you're talking to somebody else in the comments, right? Because Clyde does fireworks don't bother Clyde. They'll be popping fireworks off in the neighborhood yeah, they were going off today. He just lays through them. My mother-in-law's dogs, however, they get very worked up. Gabapentin? That's what you say to give a dog? Gabapentin?
You took give it pension. So did Billy. It's it knocks you out.
JJ says no drugs, a thunder shirt. I'm assuming that's some type of compression shirt.
Yeah. Ricky, you would have to get it off of the ceiling trying to put one on. Because as soon as he hears that noise, he's in the basement. He hides behind the TV downstairs.
I do feel sorry for everybody who has a dog that goes through that at this time of year and at the 4th of July. Yeah, we don't need it. He is fine with the fireworks. He literally sleeps right through them. Real talk, medium, mild, hot, or fire. Hot. I'm assuming you're talking about the various levels of Taco Bell sauce. I never liked the flavor of fire. The heat didn't bother me. It was the flavor of fire. It was more of a smoky chipotle fucking thing. You love muffin tops? Okay. Tried CBD and Thundershirt, didn't work. I default to scheduled stuff from the vet. The Thundershirt was the most returned item at the store I worked at. Ass or titties? Titties. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Cholulo. Huh?
You're not an ass guy.
Mikey, yes, we do like Cholulo. We've always just gotten the traditional OG regular Cholulo. I don't know that we have ever branched out. You say Cholulo medium salsa. I don't think I know what that tastes like. but we do like, regular old school Cholula. The medium is freaking hot. Is this the set of Cholula sauces that come in that box? It's like in a big long box with an assortment of Cholula sauces. Or are you just talking about one you picked up off the shelf at the grocery store here? Boobs get saggy. So do balls.
Who do asses?
Tapatio or Tabasco? Tabasco. Did I know Lou Malnati's has thin crust? Yes. I actually don't mind Lou Malnati's thin crust. It's their thick shit. Ugh.
So fucking good. Sausage sheet.
That's what it is. The sausage sheet in the thick crust gives me the shit something fierce, but for sure.
Insides want to crawl out. But it's still fucking delicious. You eat shit that makes you shit all the time.
Yeah, but I don't even like the taste of the sausage the way it is in that deep dish. But I've had their pepperoni thin crust and it wasn't bad. I thought you would say it doesn't stop my balls from dragging across yo mama. You guys attending the barbecue? The one where I slapped this meat across your grill? Sunset over Pittsburgh is bright, vivid pink tonight. Is that the aliens finally coming in? Thank you, 9683. We got one more week and then we can sort of slow down. This week, the boy graduates, and then after that, it dies off for the better part of a month. What? Yeah, but that's no big deal. What's this chemical spill? Are you talking about the one out in California? I don't even know what's in those containers. But the two options that they said were the only two options that we're looking at are neither one of them are acceptable. Our July turns into a really crazy month again, and then August it sort of dies down. But even August, we're moving Lily back. It's my wife's birthday. It's our granddaughter's birthday, so there's a little bit of craziness in August as well. September it dies off again, so we get a break in June, and we get crazy again in July and August, and then it dies off in September, and then we're into the Burr months. Then we're shopping for Christmas shit,
Can't even think about Christmas.
right?
We might get $15 alcohol.
Going on an airboat wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was pretty cool. I don't think there's any bravery involved in it. Robert, hello. Chicagoland draw out your A's. Huh? You're scared of airboats? Why are you scared of them? It's just a boat being propelled in a different way instead of a prop in the water where it's going to get caught up and everything. It's up out of the water, but it's still pushing the boat along the surface of the water. Consequential midterms of this century. Back home from Florida. Yes, I am back home from Florida. Oh, you've seen him flip over and stuff? Well, there were, um, 11 or 12 of us on that boat. Colleen says she has an August birthday and she should have known another Leo sister. Renee is late August. She's not a Leo, though. She's a Virgo.
Virgo the hell out of Virgo.
So when we got on the airboat, there were several sets of what looked like giant, you know, earphones, but they were to cover to muffle the noise if you wanted it. They offered people life vests if they wanted to have one. Um, I didn't think it was so loud that I needed the ear protection. Plus, we were all the way in the front of the boat. I wanted to make sure that we were in the front and we didn't have any obstruction from what we were looking at. So we were the furthest away from the engine. My sriracha tastes basically like garlic. Late August baby here too. July birthday just 2 days before the 4th. Sugar Ree from Pembroke Pines, 77. My father was 4th of July. Thank you, renovations. Our daughter is the end of September, September 29th. Maggie's in May, real close to me. Lily's at the end of September. Tommy is the beginning of December. Renee's the end of August. Ashley's November. Salem's the end of August. Nora is June what? So we've got our granddaughter Nora, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law all in June. June 11th, huh? How much dirt is in a 1 meter by 2 foot hole? I don't know. I would have to sit down. It's been years since I had to do these calculations. Say again? 17. Your sister and you were born on the same day, 4 years apart. Renee is the 25th of August, and her sister Michelle was the 17th of August. And I believe their dad was the 10th, and her uncle was the third. So their family had a lot of August birthdays. And your mom and dad's anniversary was August? Okay, so then, yeah, that was her crazy month for a long time.
Yeah, Lisa, my mom or the other.
And now her crazy month is our month of May, which right now she hopes never comes back around. But next May is going to be equally as nutty. Yeah, Lily's going to graduate from college. The grandson turns 1. That's going to be a big deal. Plus, our wedding anniversary, my birthday, Maggie's birthday, Mother's Day. I understand, but it's every year we get the same shit. Right, but my point being is every year you have the same shit, but every now and again you throw in a couple of extra things. This year was throwing in a few extra things, and next year is going to be, you know, I understand AJ's birthday is now also going to be a regular part of the rotation. However, that first one's going to be a big one. And then Lily graduates. Thank you, Michael Garcia. You were born on your father's birthday. Our granddaughter, Salem, shares a birthday with Renee. You're watching Hogan's Heroes. Okay. Glasgow, Scotland. Hello. Yes, like and subscribe to the channel. If you could tap the fuck out of the screen, that would be greatly appreciated. Or that little heart button. Yes, the grandbaby is here and doing well. Every baby and mama are healthy. Let's hope for Lily for graduation next year that the fucking economy is better if the Democrats win the midterms. So that's not going to make the economy better right off the bat because Trump would still be in the White House, but at least we could stem the tide of an economic agenda that's devastating. What will happen with Iran? I have no fucking clue what's going to happen with Iran. For 11 weeks in a row, we've gotten an announcement that a deal is imminent, and then that deal falls apart within a day or two. 11 weeks in a row. How did Tommy do on his history beat? He finished 58th in the nation. Is eating tacos on a Monday blasphemy? Fuck no.
We did on Sunday.
You're getting tired of winning. I can understand that. It's been exhausting. All this winning. It's almost too much. You know what I mean? What do you think is going to happen to Chad the Builder? I think Chad the Builder is going inside for several years. I don't know if you guys saw, well, you probably haven't seen it here on YouTube yet. I did a video today that'll be airing here in the next day or two. Um, a new video has surfaced of Chud the Builder talking into his phone while eating dinner, like on some, outdoor restaurant somewhere, and talking about, can you imagine the headlines? Chud the Builder kills black man. He goes, I feel like it's going to happen at some point in time. It's bound to happen because these people don't know how to behave. But can you imagine the headlines? And then he turns around and does it. He's fucked, man. He's fucked. He better Aryan Brotherhood up once he gets inside. Because if he doesn't, he's a dead man. Dalton Etherly. Yep. Dalton Etherly. Yeah, I understand that we should be calling him Dalton Etherly, but everybody knows him by Chud the Builder, so you'd have to be constantly explaining who Dalton Etherly is. Oh, listen. If he goes inside for any period of time, he's in deep shit because the 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 black population's going to want him dead immediately. And the white population knows that the entire black population is going to be out for him. And so they got him over a fucking barrel. Bob Crane likes recording home movies. Okay. The fuck? Have you served time? No. What sets him apart from the rest of the Aryans that makes him a target? His fame, his popularity. Can you imagine the street cred if you're the guy that gets Chud the Builder? It's that.
It's like being a crooked cop.
And there's going to be a list of motherfuckers inside that are going to want to be the one that takes him out. And like I said, he's going to have no choice but to turn to the Aryan Brotherhood inside to become part of that group for protection. But they know he needs them. They know he doesn't have any other fucking choices. He can't go independent. And so the white Aryans have him over a fucking barrel. Right, Frank? Right. What do you think? They're going to do something to him. Frankenstein. How we doing? Go on. Love your shirt. My daughter and I laugh and make a joke of it that her husband has got a guy for everything. You need a guy for everything. Having a guy is key. Yeah, Frank missed me and Eddie missed Renee. We were both gone for a few days. You want my thoughts on a pork chop sandwich? I've never been a fan. Just give me a pork chop on a plate. I don't think it belongs in a sandwich form.
Eat for it to be in a sandwich format. If that's how you can eat it without utensils.
I guess. I don't know. Unless you go primo and get them boneless. We be liking them boneless sometimes.
Yeah, but that's really only when I can fry.
When am I debuting my OnlyFans? A fucking week from never, man. You have to have your Italian beef wet. I just did a video today. Um, this woman, she says at the beginning of the video, she says, we literally ordered the most controversial thing off the Portillo's menu, a Portillo's beef sandwich dipped, otherwise known as the Portillo's style, and a chocolate cake shake. So I stopped the video and I go, okay, none of that's controversial. The beef sandwich is actually their number one seller by a mile. And then she continues on to show this beef sandwich, and it has no fucking meat on it and is dry as a fucking bone. And I don't mean it was lightly dipped. There's no way this thing saw gravy. And I told her she should go back inside and bitch about it. And then I showed a video within that video of a beef stand, I think that's in Michigan, that the owner is originally from Chicago that I follow, loading up and fully dipping an Italian beef sandwich at his joint. I'm like, that's dipped. Morris the cat, yes. We all have an image in our head of what a cat is supposed to look like. And for me, it was Morris the cat as a kid. Like that was what a cat was supposed to look like. Jimmy John's makes a dang good Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Yeah, the problem is Jimmy John's fucks you on the meat.
Yes, they do. Fuck you without giving you. That's really what.
And then when you call them on it, they explain how not every sandwich gets meat on it. Like literally. Because we ordered like the big sandwich that they cut in this small bite-sized sandwiches. Yeah. And like some of those little bite-sized sandwiches had no fucking meat in it. They had cheese and some olive or some oil or whatever. And you called to say, hey, why does this have no meat in it? Well, not every bit of that sandwich is going to have meat in it. Well, then not every bit of it is a fucking sandwich. You gave me some sandwiches and some extra bread.
And we weren't the only people that has happened to. Nancy complained about it too, remember?
Yes, I remember. Jersey Mike's, we do like Jersey Mike's. They're decent. They're just not exactly close to us. But I mean, I prefer a Jersey Mike's over Jimmy John's. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. You think Jimmy John's is better than Subway? I would rather have Subway than Jimmy John's.
Disagreed with you until like the last two times I've had a sandwich from Jimmy John's, it ain't doing it.
Swiss or provolone? Provolone. I could not eat Swiss. And yes, I remember Quiznos. I actually thought Quiznos was pretty good. I still don't understand how they were the sub shop that wound up going out.
Because I think it has something to do with funding, Tom.
So this person says, I want a sub so juicy it has a rabbi on speed dial.
But that's on a sub sandwich.
Do you have to climb a pole to answer the telephone? No, I do not. Provolone is bland? The fuck out of here. I prefer pepper jack. There's a Quiznos in Barrington. I thought Quiznos was completely under. Yeah, I don't understand the rabbi on speed dial thing either. Okay, Brad, you can exit the room right now. Brad 1467, you can gather your belongings and get the fuck out of here with that Mr. Submarine bullshit. How late am I staying up tonight? You hear her typing in the other room? She's doing descriptions and thumbnails for my videos. Once she's done, I'm going to schedule them and then I'm going to put my feet up. I think I've had pot belly once and I don't really know what I think about it. The Chicago VA makes a good Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Come meet me there, Tom and Renee. No.
Where?
I guess at a sub shop. Oh, you guys are gonna have to give me a minute. These cats are starting to circle. Come on. I know you're hungry. Come on.
All of those are done. both ones are.
Thank you. The weird Quiznos commercial, which well, I don't remember the weird Quiznos commercial, or maybe I saw it. I just it's not a woodchuck 700. Interesting. I've never had a Five Guys burger. I mean, I don't hate Dr. Pepper, but I don't ever like I can't tell you the last time I've had one. The Chicago food scene is phenomenal. Oh, you said the longs were done? Okay. Okay. Um, Thank you for whatever that was. This cat thing. You love a good pastrami sub. I'm gonna be like talking to you guys and scheduling, so we're gonna start with the 26th, 10:30 Central. We're gonna go 27, 10:30 Central. You saw a crow fight a raven. Live in a small neighborhood in Chicago called Hegwish, and the pizza here is so good. I remember Hegwish back in the day. Jeez. So let's go with 26th at 11:30. Seven at 11:30. I have not seen Project Hail Mary. You've lived in Hegwish your whole life? 12:30 and 12:30. Lingua tacos are pretty good. What in a hot dog? What? We didn't do anything crazy. We went down and the boy competed in a history bee. Al's is a damn good beef sandwich, yes. Ketchup belongs on French fries only? Well, I mean, everybody's got their own opinion. What is this? This one doesn't have a title.
Throw it unlisted for me and I'll go get it.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry. I'm doing it a different way now. It should not be something.
Let's see here. 130 Central and 130 on the 27th. You're pretty high. Right on. Bubbles, take it easy. Vinegar and French fries, huh? No, I have not. Uh, Princess. Yeah, I enjoy a meatball sub. It's not something that I crave, but I do enjoy a meatball sub. What is one Thanksgiving dish that has to be on your table for Thanksgiving? Right. Any part of that main turkey stuffing rolls. What did I just do? So, okay. Filter out.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. 2 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the 27th. You miss Casey's? Casey's makes a good pizza. Trent, back at you. I do like a cranberry sauce. I like a cran apple sauce. Casey, yeah, we have Casey's here. Casey's is a pizza shop that happens to sell gas.
Maybe they should. I mean, they have good donut.
Yes, they do. They have actually have a decent burger too. What's wrong?
Oh,
230. 230. Pickles belong on the side. Yeah, I don't like pickles on a sandwich in any capacity. Three o'clock. And 3 o'clock. Did I eat any gators in Florida? No. Saw them. No response at all. I already explained to you. I'm talking to the chat and I'm scheduling stuff. If I didn't see your comment, you know what I mean. It happens. This is how I make my money. You're making chicken tenders and fries. Gator World. No, we went to Wildlife Adventure Park or something like that, about an hour south of Orlando. They have a drive-through safari, like a walk around zoo where you can see all kinds of weird exotic animals and shit. And then they do so like they had when Tommy and I went out at 10 o'clock in the morning, four different boats took, a dozen people each in different directions. And they still had four or five boats parked. Now, once again, I'm trying to pay attention to the conversation, but also schedule my videos, which need to get done. So bear with me. I'm going to look away and schedule every now and again. Warriors off of Jailbreak. Okay, so then this one's going to go 3:30. And 3:30. A pickle spear on the side, yes. Breaded chicken breast fried in peanut oil with an aioli, pickle on a sesame seed. But what the fuck is an aioli? If you don't mind me. There goes the fireworks.
So like,
One of my videos just released.
I didn't release anything. So
Somebody in the chat said that they were just notified that a video released. Let me just take a look, see what I did. Yeah, nothing. So let's see here. Where was I? Okay, I got there, and there. Okay, so then this is gonna go 4 o'clock. And 4 o'clock. Thank you for the flour. Jojo potatoes wedge style with seasoning. So you're talking more like a like the yeah, like the fatter. Yeah, I don't mind a potato wedge. It's just not my preferred uh choice of potato. This is 4:30. A potato wedge?
I find them kind of bland.
Your son's getting more and more into hash browns.
Somebody was complaining about the sound. It sounds fine on my end.
I don't like sweet potatoes. Mashed potato. I like a mashed potato when it's called for, with a meatloaf or something like that. Tommy's been getting more and more into hash browns and baked potatoes. We went to Red Lobster one night when we were in Orlando, and he got some popcorn, shrimp, and a baked potato. And the look on the waiter's face when he goes, "Butter? No, He goes, "You want anything in the bake?" He goes, "Nope, just a baked potato." Because that's how he still eats them. He's getting eventually he'll get around to putting something on him, but he ain't putting it on there now.
No, him eating a potato is a big deal.
Um, can you go into the privates? Once you click on private, go down. The fifth and sixth videos are different times but same title.
Okay, I probably just
Okay. Just a dry plain potato? Yes. No butter, no sour cream, no anything on his potato. Just a baked potato. I drink the pickle juice and the top of my pickles dry up. You know, we've been obviously eating pickles for fucking decades, and I have never had the tops of the pickles that stick up out of the juice in the jar mold until within the last year. And like two or three times with a Vlasic jar, dill pickles, the tops of them molded. We've had pickles in our fucking fridge for eons, never molded. These motherfuckers molded. Yeah. Ooh and huh. Exactly. I've never even heard of that before. I like Dylan and the Dead. Air fryers make good French fries, Mr. Robert. I'm gonna have to try that. Yes, they do. Air fryers, they bring day old pizza back to life as if you got it. Um, sorry, I was reading a news break coming in. As if you got it fresh out of the box almost. My wife puts tater tots in air fryers and they crisp up. French fries, they crisp up. Chicken strips. She even takes the square Totino's pizza, and you got to break them like in half to get them to fit in the air fryer, the two chambers of the air fryer that we have. But that's how she does her Totino's pizza. She just can't find the straight sausage Totino's anymore. You put your old McDonald's French fries in an air fryer. Butterfly shrimp in an air fryer. Interesting.
You've done chicken, Tom?
Yeah,
Lily does a lot of cooking. So does Tommy in there.
yeah. Our air fryer gets like a huge amount of work.
I do not think we use it that often.
You're still working on those two, right? Oh, okay. Do I smoke wax too? No. Do I like going to Six Flags? I did when I was younger. Really not my jam now. I'd rather go to Holiday World, even though it's a much longer drive. You are having technical issues because you look like an old kung fu movie. Leave the room, come back. Hang on a second. Hang on. That better? If not, you're going to have to leave the room and come back. Sliced raw potatoes and sprinkle seasoning on them in the air fryer, and they turn out great. How long do you have to cook sliced potatoes seasoned up in the air fryer? Peanut butter bars with chocolate in high school was the shit. Okay.
Okay, those two should have been fixed.
Thank you. I look like the type of person that would go missing during an exploration of Centralia, Pennsylvania's Silent Hill. I don't even know what the fuck that means, man. I can't do refried beans. I just can't do refried beans. Most of the bean world I can't do.
And then what?
Okay, so do we even have enough here? 5. 5. Sorry, guys. Okay, 5:30. 5:30. So that brings me down to 6. Do you still have one in unlisted, maybe?
I don't think so.
Because there were 30 and I'm not coming out to 30.
I mean, you could look at unlisted.
Yeah, give me a minute. 5:35, 4:34, 3:33,
I think it's the number one.
2. Okay. Here comes the fucking fireworks. They're starting to light them off in your neighborhood. They've been lighting them off here throughout the course of today. My guess is we might get some here tonight. 6
All right, it's
and 6. Thank you. They won't stop by you until October. Jeez. All summer, huh? Tractor Supplies sells coal, charcoal, or like fucking coal. No, Kelsey. It's just Memorial Day weekend. It's the beginning of the summer firework, season.
they would not be celebrating that here.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Give me 1 second, guys. 6:30. 7 o'clock. And then 6:30.
Oh, look at that. So that I have
Tractor Supply. I've never seen coal there, but this is Maine. Wood mostly, pressed sawdust bricks. In the theme park only on Saturday night. Old deadhead here. Right on, man. Shower.
and it's against like her.
You didn't what?
Good job remembering.
Frozen hell or burning hell? What does that mean?
Did you rather cold or hot?
Cold. I'd rather be cold. I would rather be cold.
I'm cold anyway.
Much love to Bobby and his family. Minnesota Tractor Supply sells coal bags and bulk. Interesting. That's definitely got to be like a regional thing. I've never seen it at our Tractor Supply. Oh, I don't like guacamole at all. So you can have all the guacamole, whether it be hot, mild, or in between. Exactly. I can always put more clothes on. I can always put more blankets on. I can always layer up. I can only take off so many clothes. Propane is cheaper in the summer. I would have thought, well, I guess for the people that heat their homes, yes. But for like the propane tanks for grilling and shit, I would think that that would become more expensive. I guess. All right, but no, it's the same propane, but it's sparsed out into smaller cans and delivered in a different manner. No,
Yeah, I mean, it's like your water delivery. I mean, that's the kind of truck it comes over on.
no, I am not on OnlyFans.
I mean, you guys keep asking though, so maybe you should.
You guys have been up in the mid to upper 90s, and but then in the last 3 days in the 50s. Jesus Christ. It was in the upper 80s here, and it's going to be in the upper. It's going to be in the 80s again tomorrow. Dude, you got 3 days of school left. Relax.
Still, it's 80s.
Get air conditioning in school.
They won't turn it on.
No, by law they have to, and when it's this hot,
Time.
it should be cool tomorrow.
Fingers of hope and pray. That's what I think every single week. They don't do it.
He is so like Maggie in that sense. He doesn't like to be hot.
Yes, the 80s are warm for us. 20-pound tanks stay the same. Sometimes they have a sale around the 4th of July. See, there you go, Moriarty. Fall. Fall's a great time of year. Not too hot. It's not too cold. Everybody's getting excited because the weather's changing. You get some color in the leaves. You get a little crunch underfoot. You get to go to the pumpkin patch. You start doing pumpkin and apple spice shit. Fall's the way to go. It's close enough to the holidays that you can see the holidays, but you're not really strapped for all of that fucking holiday financial shit just yet. Football is beginning, kids are going back to school. You need the heat for the crops. Understood. I just don't like it.
And certain crops, like after 89 degrees, corn doesn't grow during the day.
You love eggnog season. That's another phenomenal season. Listen, I'm not saying that I dig pumpkin spice. I'm just saying a lot of people do, and that's the time of year. We are closer to the year 2050 than we are to 1980. Fuck off. The fuck? That was so incredibly unnecessary. I mean, oh, I fucking despise the heat. And humidity, horrendous, grotesque. And it was in the early 90s, or the low 90s. Jesus Christ. Okay. Down in Orlando when we were down there. So, but guys, yes, corn sweat is a thing. It is. I am going to wrap it up. It is 8:45. I'm going to try and figure out something sweet to eat, and have a glass of milk and get ready to go to bed. So there will be a live tomorrow night on Tuesday, like always. And I know there was no new content on this channel today. There will be a regular slate of new content tomorrow. All right. Hasta lasagna.